Astăzi vorbim despre dezvoltarea liderilor într-o lume schimbătoare. Sunt Oana, bine ai venit sau revenit la emisiunea de vorbă cu Oana. Alături de mine este Kaveen Kumaravel. Hi Kaveen, I hope I've pronounced your name correctly.
Perfect. Perfect.
Kaveen, you are world president of JCI and an entrepreneur. I'm really happy that you accepted the invitation and you came all the way from India here. So, Kaveen, first of all, what is JCI?
First of all, thank you for having me here and hope this conversation will give many insights about JCI to the audience. Yes, to answer your question, what is JCI? JCI is a non-governmental organization and which is for people from 18 to 40 years old.
Okay, so I'm done. I'm already 40. Okay.
Yes, and we are known as a leadership development organization. So we have 4 areas of opportunities in JCI. We call them as individual development, community, business and internationalism. And we believe that when a member is having exposure in all these 4 areas of opportunity, they develop as a good leader.
Okay.
So that is JCI, and we are present in 115 countries around the world. And this is our 109th year.
Okay,
yes.
Great. What's your role? What are you doing exactly in JCI as a world president?
Yes. So as I said, JCI is present in 115 countries, right? So every country has a national president.
Okay.
And all the national presidents will elect a JCI board of directors, that is an international board that will govern this organization. And we have 17 vice presidents and 4 executive vice presidents, and there is 1 JCI world president, international president, we call it. And that is my role, to be the JCI international president this year. And the role is very simple. It is to be the CEO of this organization.
Okay.
And the leader to lead the way.
Okay.
Yes. And my duty is to go and meet as many members as possible. And that will probably take me to at least 50 to 60 countries this year.
That's great. So you are going to travel a lot, and also you have like lots of colleagues to coordinate, because your team, it seems, is very big.
Yes. I'll definitely be traveling a lot, and this is already my 10th country this year.
Okay.
And yes, I am going around the world to meet the members, share them the plan about JCI, and show them the way for the future.
What's the goal of JCI?
The goal of JCI is very simple again. When our founder Henry Kissinger found this organization in 1915, he made it very clear that to work for the world peace is the ultimate goal of this organization.
Okay, work for the world peace.
World peace, yes.
What I read when I entered JCI website is that you are developing leaders for a changing world. And I'm really curious, how are you doing that? What are the challenges for developing leaders for a changing world?
Yes. Before I talk about the challenges of leaders, I want to tell you how we work for world peace.
Great.
So, leaders, we develop leaders, and then we believe that when you are a good leader, you have a good house, good home, and good home will lead to a good community will lead to a good country, and when you have a good order in the country, then that is where we believe that there will be peace in the world. So that is our way to achieve peace, by developing good leaders. And as you asked me rightly, there are lots of challenges in developing leaders these days. It is not a simple task as it sounds. It is hard work. And the challenges, there are many. It depends on where you are, but I can say a few challenges which is globally present.
Yeah, the main ones.
Yes, the main ones would be the cultural differences we have to cope up with. That is one of the biggest challenge, and young people these days are not open for criticism.
Okay, for
that is another
constructive feedback.
Yes, constructive feedback, criticism. And they sometimes take it very personally. So that is one challenge. The second challenge, and The third challenge these days, we are exposed to artificial intelligence.
Yes.
And
everyone.
we don't know what is right and what is wrong because everything is there, and people sometimes think the fake news is the correct news. So we need to have proper thinking to find a difference between what is right and what is wrong.
Like a critical thinking and understanding
Exactly.
what is right, what is wrong.
Yes.
So what I've heard from you, Kaveen, is that, if I understood correctly, is that you are working with leaders, starting like with self-leadership. I think you said how they are for them, in their houses, in their communities, and after that, what's the impact global-wide. And I think this is the hardest part. For example, for me as a trainer, I'm starting with people working like with self-leadership, with self-development, and to understand them better. How do you manage this? What solutions do you apply? Because I think this is like the hardest part. I've heard from you, challenges for developing leaders is like young people. I don't know if only young people. They're not very open to criticism, you said. How do you manage this? How do you support them to become those leaders for a changing world?
Yes, we have different process to support them overcome this. Cultural differences, we give them lots of opportunities to travel around the world, meet different people. We have conferences and congress happening all over the world, and that is when people travel and meet different people from different communities and different culture, and that is when they learn. And artificial intelligence and learning to cope up with criticism, we encourage them to do the critical thinking. We give them training programs, and that is how they differentiate between what is good and what is wrong. And when you try to be a leader and give yourself and work 100%, and that is when you find out that people will definitely be, not everybody will be liking your ideas and the way you work. That is the time when you get some criticisms and feedbacks. And over the time, over the experience, you need to learn from your successes and
failures.
Success and failures, yes.
Okay. So what I hear from you, these cultural differences, a solution for them is for people to go to other places, meet other people. So, and I think also hear different perspectives. I totally agree with that. I think if I could travel like all over the world, my mind will be even more open-minded, let's say.
Great. So I would invite you to travel to our conference, the European conference happening in Finland, in Oulu this year. Yes, and we have Asian conference, Asia Pacific conference happening in Cambodia, American conference happening in Paraguay, Africa and Middle East conference happening in Rwanda, and we have the World Congress in Taiwan.
So all the members from JCI have like lots of places to choose where to go and to interact with other people.
Yes.
Okay, thanks a lot for everything that you shared. What's the action plan for this year, except the conferences? You already told me about that. What's the action plan for JCI this year?
Okay, so in JCI, we usually come up with one theme every year, even though the goal is to work for world peace, and the tagline is developing leaders for a changing world. We have this theme for every year, and this year the theme is called Let's Make a Difference, and I encourage members to make a difference through their action, not just do the same thing again and again and expect different results. I asked
Einstein was saying, yes,
we
are all crazy if we do that. Okay.
So I expect them to do some different actions, not to worry about failure, but to try something different to make a difference. And talking about the action plan for this year for JCI, we have proposed 33 initiatives.
Okay.
And out of 33, 24 are new initiatives. And every initiative, since we are a global organization present in 115 countries, you cannot expect everybody to understand everything and implement everything. That is the reason why we gave 33 different initiatives. So we encourage national organizations to pick and choose the 3 best initiatives that can be implemented in their country according to their culture and their work ethics. So there are 33. I can talk about that for 30 minutes if you want.
Okay, no. Let's say from these 33, what is the most important maybe for you? What are you focusing on especially?
I focus on a couple of things. Internally in organization, we are looking to expand and grow as like any other organization. So we have set a vision for 2040 for this organization to have 500,000 members and to be present in at least 150 countries around the world. From 115, we want to go to 150.
Okay.
And 500,000 members. And that is when we have this big target, we need to have some proper plans and strategies. And one of the initiatives is to have a junior JCI club.
Okay.
Because JCI itself is called Junior Chamber International, itself being junior, and we want to organize another wing which is called Junior JCI Club, which can be opened in schools and colleges.
Okay, so for children.
For children, yes. So that is Junior JCI Club is another initiative, and as I said, 40. Once you turn 40, you have to go out. So I am also proposing this idea of having an alumni club where you'll have all the 40 plus members in one group to head this organization. And we have another program called Mentor-Mentee program, where we select 75 mentors from around the world and assign 2 mentees for every mentor to develop future leaders.
Okay.
And I have another interesting program which is called Shadowing the President program.
So who's shadowing you?
They're sitting in the other room.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I saw them.
Yes. So Shadowing the President program is another initiative where people get to travel with me. So I encourage the grassroots members, the new members, to be part of this program and travel with the president to understand how this organization is working, what are the work ethics of the president. I also encourage them to travel to another country with them, not just having people from the same country, but the shadowers should be also from a foreign country, traveling with me to a foreign country to understand about I spoke about the cultural experience, right?
Yes.
That is how they learn. So these are many initiatives. There is one more initiative called Human Duties Day, which we proposed.
Yes, I found about it. I really liked it. So it's International Human Duties Day. What's the purpose? What do you want to do with this?
Okay, so international human duty. So everybody talks about rights, human rights.
I agree.
People love to talk about human rights, but when you ask them what is your duty, nobody knows. Nobody wants to talk about duties. So that is when in JCI we decided that every human being, at least the young people, the upcoming leaders, the developing leaders, must talk about human duties, and we decided that we will propose different human duties. We have a set of 7 different human duties for every leader to be following, and we came out with that plan in 2022. We proposed 7 different duties, and this year 2024 we are taking it to the next level. So it is all about continuity in JCA, because as I said, it is 1 year to lead in the organization. 1 year is sometimes too short. It starts on Jan 1st and it ends in December 31. And that is when you need to continue some of the good initiatives which was proposed by the previous presidents. So 2020, this initiative was proposed, having human duties listed out. And this year, I'm just taking it to the next level by proposing a Human Duties Day. That is one specific day to be celebrated and observed in all the 115 countries where JCI is present. So you can look out for some activities of JCI on July 10th of this year. Starting from this year, we have this plan to do it every year.
Okay. I know that you want this day to be 10th of July,
yes.
And to be approved by UN.
Exactly. Okay, so you have read about that already, I can understand.
I did my homework a little bit.
Great.
Okay, I resonated a lot with what you were saying, rights and responsibilities or duties. Because, most of the time people want rights, and it's okay to have our rights and to know what our rights are, but rights also come with responsibility and with duties that we have to do. Yeah, so I totally agreed with this idea. It sounds very interesting. A question for you, Kaveen. How is helping you this opportunity in being a JCI member and now a world president of JCI as a leader? what did you learn? Because I know you are also an entrepreneur. What are the skills that you are developing as a leader or you want to share with others and it helped you as a leader maybe?
Okay. So before I answer this question, one of the important thing which I wanted to mention about Human Duties Day is, as you said, we are going to ask UN to propose this day as a Human Duties Day on July 10th. Because it is not enough if we just do it only in the JCA world with all the 115 countries. So that is why we are signing an online petition to United Nations.
And people can vote.
People can just go and sign. There is a QR code if you scan that.
Yes.
It probably takes 15 seconds of your time to sign that. And we have a target of 100,000 signatures. So I would be very grateful if people can sign up for that. Do the digital signature in the by scanning the QR code.
Great.
Yes. And coming back to your question about what am I learning and what is my message for the audience, I would say that one of it is again going back to the duties. One of the important duties of being a human being is to empower people, because the greatest joy in life is not to get but to give. And non-governmental organization, not-for-profit organizations, so however you may call it, these organizations gives you this opportunity to empower people. And it is one of the important duty of everyone to give back to the community, give back to the people. And I would encourage everybody to involve themselves in some NGOs, not necessarily JCI. If you're between 18 to 40, you're most welcome. Please join JCI and work for the community and develop yourself as a leader. But if you're over and above 40 also, there are many organizations where you can join and give back to the community. So I would request everybody to do their duty again.
Okay. So to get involved in the community and to share from their knowledge, at least this is what I understood. Where can people join JCI? What can they do if they want to be a member, a JCI member?
It is very simple. You can read about JCI in jci.cc.
Okay.
And if you're between 18 to 40, as I said, you can join JCI. Only thing is that you have to be open to learn, to develop yourself as a leader. And you have to apply to join to the local organization, and then when they approve your application, you join as a member, and then they have monthly meetings, training programs, lots of activities, and you have to involve and develop yourself. I always say this example, JCI is just like a gym. In gym, when you want to go and join and develop a good healthy body with great muscles, it is not enough that you just pay your dues. You have to go to the gym every day, right? Okay. You don't develop muscles just by paying the dues. So same applies to JC also. You have to pay your dues and then involve yourself.
Okay. So if people want to discover their journey as leaders, they can join JCI, and from everything that you shared, they can have opportunities to meet other people from other cultures, to adapt for this changing in this changing world with AI also, and to learn how to receive constructive feedback because it helps in life and also as a leader.
Yes.
And accept empowering people, what I heard from you, that a leader should do, and you are already doing that. What is another skill that you think it's important for a leader?
For a leader, as I said, critical thinking is very, very important. Accepting constructive criticism is important. Taking decision with sometimes, with limited informations, and being unbiased is very, very important to be a leader. Combating bias
and even unconscious bias. Okay.
Unconscious bias as well, yes.
Okay, so our time flew. It was a very interesting conversation. Kaveen, at the end, I don't know, a thought, a message that you want to tell to our audience.
Message is very, very simple, as I said earlier. Empower people, give back to the community, because life is very short. And just do the calculations. In India, we say that the average life expectancy of a human being in India is 75. plus. So
around here also in Romania.
Okay, 70, 75 plus. So if you look at the number of years you spend for your education, number of hours you spend sleeping, and number of hours you spend watching TV, chatting with your friends. Now you have this phone time, number of hours you spend on your phone.
Yeah.
If you do all the calculations and see that you'll be left with only probably 3 years or something to really make a difference.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you're 40 or in your 30s, then you may think that you have another 40 years, but the truth is not that, because you have to spend your working hours, your sleeping hours, your relaxing hours, and then you will find only probably 3 years, because I've already done the calculation.
Okay.
If you want, I can share it with you personally.
Yes, please. Kaveen, please.
So it is just 3 years. So
Okay.
go out and do something.
Okay. Make a change in the world.
Yes, make a difference.
Make a difference. Thanks a lot again, Kaveen. Vă mulțumesc și vouă celor de acasă. Sper din toată inima că ați rămas cu informații utile pentru voi și pentru cei dragi. Să ne revedem cu bine, sănătoși!